Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Chloe and here on YouTube I actually go by Chloe Elizabeth. You can call me Chloe. We're all friends here and that was weird. I think we should just get straight into the video because as you can tell by the title, today it is time to wrap up quarter 3. Where has 2020 gone? We are wrapping up quarter 3. We are entering quarter 4, which means the end of the year. How has 2020 already gone so fast? Like, how have we got so far? I guess we should just get straight into the video. So quarter 3 was interesting, to say the least, because I feel like quarter 3 for me was kind of like the biggest quarter where everything changed. Like, life happened, shit happened. Don't really know where the year's gone, to be honest. Right here I actually have my quarter 3 goals in front of me. The one thing I got kind of confused by was the titles of some of my previous like quarterly goals videos. So quarter 2 was spring, quarter 1 was winter, so this last quarter is autumn, like fall. Summer is over, which was quarter 3. Now we are entering the last quarter, which is autumn/fall. We now need to kind of wrap up what happened in quarter 3, if anything. So if you're new to my channel, then you won't know this. If you're someone that's been watching me for a long time, then you will know that I do actually split my goals up into personal, bookwork, and then YouTube. And another thing that I'm introducing into quarter 4, but we'll get into that, is a section for college. But that's just kind of general kind of stuff. It's not like major things, like little goals. I'll get into that. So quarter 3 recap. Personal, my first goal was to take 8 to 15 mental health days, did this. But my second goal was to buy the Bay of Sighs book 1 by Nora Roberts, because I have book 2 but not book 1, and so I haven't actually even read like book 2 yet because I want to read book 1 first. But I'm just really hoping I like it. You know, I do actually want to read book 2 because I've got it, but I didn't actually buy the first book, so that was the first goal I didn't do of many, but we'll get to that in a minute. So third goal was to finish reading The Sun Is Also a Star by Emilee Read. I did this, then the rest kind of on and off. 4, read Every Colour of You by Amelia Mandeville. Didn't do this. Read 10 Reasons Not to Fall in Love by Linda Green. Did not do this. Read Sunshine at Daisy's Guest House by Lottie Phillips. I started reading it, but I have not finished reading it because I kind of started reading some of my karaoke books, which, you know, I did instead of reading the books I have not read. So I was rereading books when I probably could have just read the books that I haven't even read yet. The book I did read was It Started With a Tweet by Annabelle, which was another one of my personal goals. Another 2 books which I didn't read were Meet Cute by Helen Hunting and The Great Escape by Jo Watson. And there's a reason why I had a slight pause there, because it's meant to be X and then escape. My next goal was to, I don't really know if I should mention this because I don't know if I mentioned it in my previous like goals video. I don't know, but my second to last personal goal was to lose stone and weight. I'm gonna have to admit, I don't think I've actually done this. I feel like I have lost weight. Didn't lose as much as I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm not going to put myself down for it because losing weight is like a really slow process. You know, if I was to speed up the process, that would be really unhealthy, so I'm not going to do that, obviously. But then the next goal that I kind of did do that kind of relates to that is to eat fruit and veg 7 to 10 on a daily basis. So 7 to 10 pieces of fruit and veg, which I basically did, so I got that done. We then move on to the next section, which is bookwork. I'm gonna have to admit, I didn't do great on this front in quarter 3. Like I said, in quarter 3, a lot happened, and there have been a lot of changes in life and a lot of changes in the world, so I didn't manage to get that much done, but obviously I'm not going to put myself down for that. My first bookwork goal was to start and finish the 3rd draft of Scarlet Blood Skies. I said that weirdly. Start and finish the 3rd draft of Scarlet Blood Skies, which I started doing, obviously, but I still have not finished with the 3rd draft. But I am very close to finishing it. My second goal was to send Scarlet Blood Skies to my 2 beta readers. I was going to say to my beta readers, but I don't have any yet. But that is something that I will definitely, mention in quarter 4. I'll talk more about that in a bit. My next goal, which was to outline Scarlet Blood Skies 2, I actually crossed out because I ended up deciding to get rid of it, so it was a goal I didn't have to do, so I'm not counting it. Then the next goal was to outline Scarlet Blood Skies 3. Did I do this? I kind of did this. I did the beachy outline, but I didn't actually start outlining like a chapter outline. I did actually start on the 3rd book's outline because I did the beat sheet outline, but I didn't go into the chapter outline like I said, so I only partially did this, but I would count this as something that's done. The next the next goal was to outline Scarlet Blood Skies 4, which was, the book from Landon's point of view. I also decided to get rid of this goal as well because I decided that it, wouldn't benefit the series. And then the rest of the goals, which I didn't do, were to gather beta reader feedback for SBS, which I couldn't do anyway because I didn't even send to beta readers because I didn't even finish the 3rd draft. I then also did not do the beat sheet for A Funny Kind of Love, which is the working title. I am trying to change it. Third thing I didn't do was the blurb for Scarlet Blood Skies. And then the 4th thing that I did not do was start on the 4th draft of SBS with beta reader feedback. Obviously couldn't do this anyway. So I only ended up doing 2 out of 7 of my goals. And then my last section, which is YouTube. First goal was to reach 100 subscribers, which I did. I'm just incredibly happy that I reached it, and I'm so, grateful for everyone that has subscribed to me. I hope you stick around. Next goal was not even really a goal, but an aspiration, was to reach 150 subscribers. I knew this was kind of pushing it a little bit, but maybe I'll reach this in quarter 4. So I didn't get there, so it's a cross, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Then my next goal was to post writing vlogs on YouTube, which I did. Then my next goal was to decide if going on hiatus towards the end of the year, and I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've obviously been thinking about my own health and everything like that. But basically I will be going on a hiatus in November. I don't think I've really announced this, but I'm also not doing NaNoWriMo this year. I just know that it would be way too much for me. I just don't think it would be a good idea for me to do it either. November instead is actually going to be when I take my hiatus, and yes, it's going to be for the entire month, but there will be more on that soon. My next 2 goals, which I kind of didn't, was to create an author/public figure website, which I think I started doing, but then I kind of forgot about it and didn't carry on with it. So I started on it. And then 2 was to create an author bio. I say I've started, but I don't actually know where that is. And then the last 2 goals, which ended up getting crossed off, as in like don't need to do these anymore because I've made changes, were to workout schedule for music channel for September and then return to music channel in September, and I'm obviously not like using that channel anymore, so I don't really need to worry about that anymore. We then move on to my autumn / fall goals, so they're all listed here in the different sections. So there's obviously personal again, bookwork, YouTube / social, and then on this side, which you probably can't even see, is just college. Before I get into these goals, I am gonna say that, you know, this list is a bit more like detailed than my previous quarter goals, because I just find it easier to follow more detailed goals, and there are like more specific things that I want to get done in the last quarter of the year. Like seriously, where has this year gone? Personal goals, I don't even know how many I have, but the first is to lose a stone in weight. I am not at like a healthy weight for my height. I'm a little just under 5 foot. I kind of do need to lose some weight, you know, to be healthy, you know, lose a few inches to fit back into my jeans that are in my wardrobe that are, you know, begging for me to wear them again. That's one of the only reasons why I want to lose the weight, but I do also want to be, you know, healthy. Second goal, this is going to be a bit more like more personal. So my second goal is to actually reach out for help for like my mental health issues, because 2020 has, you know, really thrown me off. My anxiety and depression are like all over the place, and I just feel like I need to, you know, make that step to get back to, I don't really know, I just know that I need to, you know, reach out for that help. And then following that, my third goal is to take 8 to 15 mental health days. 4 is to play on Switch at least twice a week, which kind of goes into that, you know, anxiety and depression thing again, because it's, you know, something that I do for fun. Then I have a few reading goals. So the first book is to actually read Sunshine at Daisy's Guest House by Lottie Phillips. Also want to read Every Colour of You by Amelia Mandeville. 3, read 10 Reasons Not to Fall in Love by Linda Green. And then 4, read Meet Cute by Helen Hunting. And then I also want to read The Great Escape by Jo Watson. So they were all of the books that I didn't get a chance to read in the last quarter. And then the last 3 personal goals that I have are get to 50% of the driving theory app, because yes, kind of like learning to drive. I'm trying to learn anyway, but college work is proving it impossible, because I'm spending more time doing college work than, you know, spending time on the driving app, which is just the James May one. That's just the one I decided to buy, and that's it going off now. So I would like to get to 50% because it's done by like percentages, and then I also want to get to 75% in the app as well. You know, these are like quite low goals. Ideally, I'd love to be able to get to the end of the whole thing. I'm just trying to aim lower so that when I do achieve more, I feel really good about myself. The very last like personal goal is kind of optional, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in the next quarter or if it's going to be something that I do next year, and that is to book the theory test and start driving lessons. Scary, I know, like I'm 19 and only just learning to drive. I could have learned like a year ago. I'm doing it now, and you know, I'd love to be able to drive by the end of this academic year, so I'd love to be able to drive by next July. And then we move on to the next section, which is my book work goals. I bet you could probably guess what my first goal is, because it's actually to finish the third draft of Scarlet Blood Skies, because I have yet to do this. I'm just so bad with it at the moment because I'm obviously spending a lot more time doing other things, But once I, you know, establish a routine in the next few weeks with college, I should be able to start getting back into writing. The second goal I need to do, or thing I need to do, is to write out the beta reading to-do list. So it's going to be things like doing a quick line edit, I think it's called, or just going through Scarlet Blood Skies, making any notes, things I need to change, and then making those changes to be able to send them off to beta readers. But then the other things I need to do is actually, sort out how I'm doing it. So setting up a form or something like that, and then having it so I send, each beta reader like a chunk of the book. There are 42 chapters altogether, and so I either want to do 7 lots of 6 chapters or 6 lots of 7 chapters. I don't know yet. Oh, that kind of brings me on to my next few points. So number 3 is to do the read through of the 3rd draft. 4 is to make any relevant changes to SBS, which will make up for the 4th draft. My 5th goal is to send the manuscript to beta readers. I just really want to do it this quarter. I want to get it done because I'm well aware that I need some beta readers feedback at this point. What number am I on? I don't know, but the next goal is to start gathering beta reader feedback, and this will be something that I do over time as the feedback comes in. I also want to start on the 5th draft with the beta reader feedback, and that will probably be towards the very end of the quarter. I would love to be able to start on it, but I'm very well aware that I might not be able to start the 5th draft until the beginning of next year, which I would be okay with. And then my last 2 goals are to finish the chapter outline for Sticks, Stones and Broken Bones, which will probably be something that I do as SBS is off with beta readers. I don't. Fingers crossed. And then the last goal is to start working on my Christmas romance, but this goal is optional. I might not even end up doing this. And so we now can move on to my next section, which is my YouTube/social goals. Obviously I don't have that much because I never really do with this section, but we're going to go through them anyway and then kind of finish with my college goals. My first goal is to go on my November hiatus because I just feel like this is going to be really important for me, for my health. And the reason why I say November is because I don't really know, I kind of talked about why, but the thing with it is that, I obviously already have my October content planned, and some of it is already, partly filmed, and so I like to, plan, if I'm going on a hiatus, for a month, for a particular month, then I need to have a couple months planning. And then my second goal obviously is to announce it, which I technically have done already, so I can probably tick that off. And then my third goal is to hit 120 subscribers because I just thought, aim low, always a good thing, and it's more of an aspiration than anything else. Then my 4th goal is to start posting on Instagram again. I have kind of broken this down, and I have broken it down so I am aiming to post on my stories twice a week and then actually putting a post up once a week at least. I'd love to do that. And then my last goal for this section, YouTube and social, is to start planning out my video content for the next quarter, because yes, I am already planning for 2021 quarter 1, because this whole video thing takes a while. It really does. I like to plan, I like to know what I'm doing, and so I think I've actually got all of January already planned, parts of February as well. It's crazy. I have already started planning for next year's quarter 1. We'll be aiming to finish planning that in the next quarter. The very last section, which is kind of bland and plain is my college section, which, you know, obviously I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. I kind of do know what I'm going to be doing in college in the next quarter, but not really. I just know the units that I'm going to be doing, which are units 1 to 4, I believe. My goals for college, I only have 3. So the first is to complete unit 1, complete unit 2 and 4, because they are actually together, and then the third goal is obviously to complete unit 3. And that, my friends, is my goals. With that being said, that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and ding the bell to be notified every single time I upload, if you so wish to, that is. All of my social media links will be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.